Guys, today is Monday. I hope everyone's day is off to an amazing start. Thanks so much for stopping in today, guys. All right, today, as you can see by the title, I want to talk about those things that we can do after we turn 40 to make ourselves more desirable. And here again, desirable is just going to be a synonym for feel great, look great, be more happy. So right off the bat, guys, we need to relax, relate, release. As women, we just hold on to so much. We hold on to past relationships. We hold on to things that have happened in our past. We hold on to other people's problems. And after a while, not only does that show up on our faces, that also turns into issues with our health. And so I say we need to just start living for ourselves in our 40s and our 50s, 60s and beyond. I think at this age we have, for most of us, we've gotten our kids to an age where we don't have to kind of, you know, be over them all the time, hovering over them all the time. And listen, I will forever be a helicopter mom, but I am in a point or at a point in my life where I don't have to really hover over Chase as much as I used to. You know, Eric and I's relationship is in a great place. So, you know, I know that I can kind of, you know, live and not have to worry about, you know, some of the stresses that maybe I had to once worry about in my life, in my past. And so I think when we kind of just relax, relate, release, let some of the issues go as women, here again, that we tend to kind of hold on to, I think that happiness that we feel inside will kind of show up on our faces. And as we go out into the world, let me stop here and say also that here in my mid 40s, I have really become a lover of people watching. And so when we go out to dinner or out shopping, whether it be the grocery store, wherever, I really take stock of the ladies that I see who just really, they just seem really, really happy. And that is so beautiful to me. You know, becoming more desirable isn't necessarily about the clothes you wear or how much makeup you have on, the length of your hair. I think it is absolutely a state of being. And so when you're happy, that is, it's just something that I think attracts not only members of the opposite sex, but just people in general are absolutely drawn to people who are positive and just have this really wonderful aura about themselves. And so, yeah, to sum it up, the first one, guys, I think the first key for us as ladies to become more desirable or just remain desirable in our 40s and beyond is going to be, guys, we gotta let some of the baggage go, especially the baggage that does not even belong to us. You know, again, we are so good at just taking care and providing for others. I think we tend to put absolutely too much on our plate. And so what that does in turn is everyone around us that we are taking care of, they're absolutely happy, they're well coiffed, fed, but then we are out here, you know, looking a hot mess. So take care of yourself first. Relax, relate, release. That's going to be the first key, I feel, in becoming and remaining desirable in our 40s and beyond. I think the next key or tip in just remaining desirable in our 40s is going to go right along with the first one, and it's going to be incorporate some type of fitness routine. All right, guys, we have to remain healthy. We have to remain healthy. For those of us who are always doing everything for others, I think we have to love ourselves, and loving ourselves has to include taking care of ourselves. And if we're not working out, if we're not exercising, I would say at least 3 times a week, we are really not giving ourselves that love that we as women deserve. You know, again, for those of us who love to take care and nurture others, who's going to do it if we are not around, if we are on the sick and shut in list? So absolutely, The second key to, remaining desirable as we age is going to be incorporating some type of fitness routine. I know it's easy for me to say this as a housewife. We know we have a gym here in the house, but I would say, if you work outside of the home, instead of sitting in the, your workplace cafeteria, or, driving to Chick-fil-A and grabbing a meal, sitting in your car and eating that, why not take that time to maybe walk the halls of your place of employment? If you work in a nice sized building. I know it's hot outside right now, it's summer, so everyone isn't going to be in a position to work out outside and then head back to work. So bring your sneakers if you can, and if you have long hauls at work, try to walk those halls. Or I know a lot of places of business right now have gyms at work. So maybe, start bringing your workout gear to work with you, and changing and showering and working out at work. And for those of us who are not in a position to do any of that, sometimes you're just going to have to bite the bullet and get up a little bit early and work out before you head out to work, or even put the time in when you get off of work. I know it is going to be a struggle, but you will feel so much better about yourself. People around you will notice the changes, and that happirness is going to start to exude, just be so much more apparent in your appearance and on your face. The third little key here, guys, that I think we should discuss, and you guys drop down in the comments too, and let me know some of your keys to becoming more desirable as we age, or again, just remaining desirable as we age. If I leave anything off, I think I'm only going to share about 5 or 6 here today, but if you feel that I have left something off, we love to chat in the comments. So just drop down and, just share. And so the third one, guys, is going to be, we got to give up the cigarettes. We have to give up the cigarettes, especially if you are single and you are looking to be in a relationship, okay? I have been out and just passed people who obviously smoked, because you can smell it on them, okay? They're talking to you, even though they are in a particular situation, a store or whatever, where they are not actively smoking, but it just you can smell it, okay? It's on their clothes, it's in their breath. And so if you are looking to be in a relationship, being a smoker is actually going to be a hindrance. It's going to be a deterrent. It's going to be a turnoff to anyone that you are looking to be in a relationship with, especially if those individuals are not smokers themselves. You guys know that when you are a smoker, it just poses so many different health risks. It shows in your face. You have that really deep raspy cough, and cancer, so we have to give up the cigarettes, ladies. I know that here again, it's easy for someone to say stop smoking. I absolutely know smoking is an addiction. You get that chemical in your brain and your body just craves it. But so I would say here, just take little small steps. I have seen the commercials, I've been in CVS picking up things, and you see you go down the aisle, and I see that there are some alternatives to, the nicotine. Maybe start with the gum, maybe, attend some little self-help groups, some, read books on it that will possibly tell you how to beat the addiction. But in our 40s, and again, as we age, smoking, wow. I would have to say that is one of the biggest ones. That is going to be the absolute deterrent, guys, that's going to prevent you from being happy in your life, because again, no one is going to want to be in a relationship with a smoker when they in fact do not smoke themselves, and at the end of the day, it's just not good for you. I think we are coming up on the fourth little key here. Again, guys, please drop down and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know the things that you are currently doing to remain desirable, happy, you know, youthful as we age. We have to do, gosh, there's so many things that we have to do as women to stay up on top of our appearance and our health, okay? And so I think the next one that I want to share is going to be, I don't know, it's like, it's easy for me to say this now as I sit here with a full face of makeup on, guys, but it's gonna be less is going to be more as we age. I think as we age, well, I know as we age, you know, as women, we're gonna get wrinkles. It's just part of life. You know, if you're living long enough, you will start to get those fine lines in your face. Things are going to sag a little more. And I think what we are doing now as women, we are looking to makeup. And there's nothing wrong with makeup. As you can see here, I am fully wearing makeup, but I think we have to kind of pump the brakes and not be so heavy-handed with the makeup. Now, for those of you who, like myself, you are a YouTuber, you have a blog, you know, you have your Instagram and you're taking the pictures and you need the makeup, because let's be honest, the makeup does put a little bit of a polish on, you know, those of us who are, like I said, YouTubers, bloggers, and things like that. But I think in our day-to-day lives, when we are running to Target, running to the grocery store, we don't need to wear a full heavy face of makeup, because it's gonna age us also, you know. I think when you couple the makeup with the lashes, with the Botox, with the longer wigs and units that we like to wear, especially, you know, as women of a certain color, a certain hue, you know, I think for us, less is going to be more. And so let me speak to my Melanin family members here for a minute. I know I have women of all hues who watch the channel, but I think for us women with a little bit more melanin in our skin, I think we are at an advantage. Let me know your thoughts. How do you feel on this? But I think we're at an advantage in that we age, guys, so beautifully. All right. And I think Eric said this the other day. He feels that, you know, women with a little bit more melanin, we need to start to embrace. We really need to start to embrace aging. All right. Everybody wants to run out and cover it up with the latest foundation, the latest lipstick, the latest lashes. But there is something to be said about the way that we women of color age. We're just gorgeous. We're just naturally beautiful. And so I think unless we are going to, you know, a nice event, going out on a date night, hanging out with friends for dinner, yeah, absolutely wear your makeup, okay? It, you know, it can only enhance the beauty that we already have as, you know, women of color. But I just say, you know, be a little bit more light-handed as we age with the brushes, you know, with the, you know, the beauty blenders and things like that, because we actually do not need a whole lot. And when we put on too much makeup, it absolutely tends to age us, in my opinion. But please drop down, like I said, in the comments. Let's chat about this. Please leave me your thoughts on the whole makeup thing. And so I just mentioned, you know, going out to dinner and hanging out with your friends. And here again, I think this last one is going to go right along with that. Drinking. Ladies, we're going to have to cut back on the drinking, especially the hard liquor. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with a little Chardonnay every now and then, a little, you know, a little fruity drink every now and then. Let me send a big, huge shout out to Nina and Deb. I am not a drinker. Eric and I aren't drinkers at all, let me say that. And so when we go out with, let's say, Deb and Nina, you know, I've said before that Deb and her husband really love fine wines. Like, I think Deb mentioned that they have, I want to say, a wine cellar. Let me know, Deb, if I'm getting that wrong, but like, she knows, her and her husband, they know all the different wines and everything like that. And they're not big, they're not like heavy drinkers. They're not going out and getting drunk or anything like that, but they're they're just really polished when it comes to fine wines. And so I feel that there's nothing wrong with having a glass or two of wine when you hang out with friends. But it's just those of us who every time you see us, there's a drink in our hands, you know, and we're drinking hard liquor. And so that's fine, I think, to do that in our youth, you know, when we're in college or whatever. But now as we're aging, the more liquor that you drink, the more it's going to become apparent in your face. Here again, drinking all of those heavy liquors, they show up in our coughs, they show up in, you know, it's like sometimes when you've been a drinker for so long, it's like it oozes out of your pores. And when you're in the presence of a drinker, you just smell it on them all the time. So I know none of you ladies are drunks, so let me just get that straight. But I think if we have ladies that we, you know, family members, female friends, and they are, you know, overindulging in the heavy liquors, drop a line to them, put a little bug in their ear and tell them to maybe cut back, because as we age, it's going to show up. Okay. Also, liquor or heavy liquor and your liver, they don't really like each other. Okay. So cutting back on the heavy liquors is also going to help lengthen, you know, how long we are here walking on this beautiful earth. Well, that is it, guys. Those are my little tips for just remaining desirable, becoming more desirable as we age. I really hope that no one was offended with this particular little chat here. It was not my intention to do so. Again, please drop down in the comments. Let me know what you ladies are doing. I have seen several of you on Instagram. I actually follow some of you on Instagram. I've seen some of your little what do they call avatars or thumbnails when you leave a comment. Some of you ladies, most of you ladies just look amazing. Now for the rest of you, you don't really have a thumbnail, so I can't really see, or an avatar, I think that's what it's called. I can't really see your picture. It's just a little circle or an initial. But for those of you who I do see, when you leave a comment, you look amazing. So do share with the rest of us down in the comments. Let us know how you are going into your 40s and beyond, just happy, pleasant. Let us know what you are doing. All right, well, that's gonna do it for today, guys. Cannot wait to drop down and see what you guys have to say about today's video. Really appreciate you all stopping in, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.